short a little bit on all the hormone side, and then so that I will finish within the times. Okay, so so far we have actually human beings for the past few thousand years we didn't stop looking for medicine or herbs or therapy that will help to prolong our life. Okay, and then some of the emperors during those days, they even looking for medicine that can bring immortality. Of course, finally they still cannot find until nowadays. We still cannot find those medicine which can bring immortality. But in the process of searching for longer life, okay, we finally able to find out the causes of today's human life condition, and then the limit of the human lifespan, which is about 125 years, which earlier we don't have this kind of concept that we can live until 125 years on, because most of the times the information that we receive is talking about the average lifespan of human beings is only up to 75 years. So there is a difference of 50 years. Okay, people today live less on average 50 years less. Okay, so I think 50 years is quite a long period, and it is our duty and responsibility to gain back these 50 years, because since we have tried very best and put in a lot of effort during the past maybe of 60, 70 years, we grows up and then we learn a lot, and then we struggle in life, working, okay, trying to get fruitful result, earning more money, and then when we reach the age of 65, 70, then we retire, okay, and then we start hope to enjoy our life because we are more stable, and then we are not so burdened during that time. But you will find that sometimes left only 5 to 10 years for you to enjoy the life. Okay, because mostly most of the people, they die on the year of 75 or 80 years only. Okay, so we can't reach our maximum human lifespan, which is 125 years. So during the period looking for longer life, we start to scientists and researchers start to find out, discover the reason and then the causes of all this premature aging, and the cause of getting all kinds of illness, okay, in our body. Okay, so with all this knowledge, okay, we find that and then the advancement in the technology and science, we start to understand why we get old so easily, and then it's basically is talking about the death of the human basic unit, which is the cells of our human body, which is the basic units that form the organs, form the tissue, and then form the whole system of our body system, and then they work in such a way we have all kinds of activities and mental and physically. Okay, so all these cells is very important. So when we talk about early aging or illness, it's because of all these cells are got into some problem, and they cannot stay until the maximum lifespan of all the individual cells, and then they get a premature death, and then a lot of cells are death in the body, and then this cause all the organs, and then our system cannot run properly, and then the function of it cannot carry out properly, and then it causes the premature aging, and then the formation of all kinds of disease inside the body. Okay, so scientists already confirmed that. Okay, the formation of premature aging, and then all kinds of illness. One of the reasons is because of hormone balance inside the body, because hormone balance playing an important role in maintaining the body health and the beauty. Okay, and we have to do something then to understand it well. So in daily time we can carry out some action to balance it up nicely. So before we go into how to balance it, of course we need to know slightly a little bit on our endocrine system. There is the hormones and the inner circulation of the body, and then all this hormone is doing something inside the body. So the endocrine system is the network actually of glands in your body. There are many glands, so many glands. But when we talk about endocrine system, normally we concentrate on the major 8 big important glands inside the body. Okay, and then these glands, they secrete many types of hormones, and then these hormones is an agent, okay, circulated through our blood circulation to the whole body, and it helps to carry signal, carry message, okay, so that the cells inside our body can talk to each other, okay, and then the brain can give instruction to all the organs, and then to some of the tissue or the cells inside the other parts of the body to react, okay, properly, so that the whole body can work out properly. So they are hormone, they are responsible for almost every cell, organ, and function inside your body. So all this hormone is very, very important. And then if it didn't secrete in a proper manner, a lot of miscommunication between all the cells will happen, and then it will cause a lot of illness. So these are the major endocrine gland, okay, inside the body. Okay, firstly, there are 3 very important parts. One is the what we call the hypothalamus, okay, and then the pineal gland and the pituitary gland, which are all inside the brain. Okay, these are the 3, the highest and the master gland inside the body. They are located inside the brain one. Okay, so the hormone they release are the master hormone, which will influence, okay, the circulation of other glands on the bottom of the lower part of the bodies. Okay, so here the truth there, okay, we have this thyroid or parathyroid gland, which are responsible mainly on the metabolic of the body. Okay, so a lot of people, they will have problem on this thyroid and parathyroid, which will cause a lot of dysfunction, especially like the emotional control, those circulation inside the brain one. Normally they will face insomnia, all those problems. Okay, and then after that, in the middle of the chest, okay, somewhere near the heart, there also we have a gland called Thymus. Okay, this Thymus actually is a gland very important in training, okay, all the white blood cells. Okay, the lympho system, okay, will connect to here, and then the duty of this Thymus is to really train all the white blood cells to recognize all the cells inside the body, and is responsible to do a job or something like differentiate all kinds of cells by giving chopping on, so that all the white blood cell can recognize it, and then eventually all the white blood cells, especially the B cells, are responsible to get all the record of all kinds of cells inside the body, and then to do the what we call the during the immune system, okay, what we call the recognition of outside coming all those bacteria, viruses. They have to be recorded in the B cells. okay, the B cells in the group of the white blood cell, okay, and then it will start to mark all these things, and then will instruct the body to go into fight when all this outside bacteria and virus is coming in, and then it will know what kind of immune, okay, have to be done, okay, in order to kill all these bacteria and viruses. Okay, so these are very important organs, and then it will during when we are kids is very, very important, okay, because there is the times when we begin, okay, to train, okay, to learn how to differentiate all kinds of cells, and to practice the immune reaction inside the body. So the thymus when we are kids is about maybe 10 to 15 grams only. Then it will grow, okay, according to our mature period. When you reach around 25, 30, it will grow up to almost 40 grams. Okay, and then there is the period very active train of all the immune cells inside the body. Okay, and then after when we get older, okay, the organs, this gland will shrink, and then it will go back to maybe 10 gram or 15 gram when you reach the age of like 70, okay, and then your immune system will get lower and not that strong, and then sometimes immune disorder might happen, okay, because of that. Okay, so this and a gland which are responsible for the immune to function nicely and properly. Okay, so after that, okay, in some way around the stomach there, we have the what we call the pancreas, which responsible to release the insulin, okay, which control the blood sugar inside our body. So the insulin is a type of hormone also. Okay, and then beside that, okay, after that, we will find a pair of adrenal on the top of our kidney. Okay, adrenal is on the top of the kidney. Okay, this adrenal is a very important hormone, which we call the stress hormone. Okay, it is released when we are in danger, and when we need a sudden strength, power, we need the cooperation and the release of all these hormone from the adrenal. Okay, and then the last one is our reproductive organs. Okay, the ovary and then in men the testicle, which they secrete many types of hormones inside here, which are normally responsible in the sex, in the reproduction, reproductive, giving birth, or this function. Okay, so we go into more details in any individual, so I will roughly go through. Okay, so these are the hypothalamus inside our body, and then you can see there are so many types of hormone released by this hypothalamus. Normally, hypothalamus will get all the what we information from our sensor organs, like our eyes, nose, okay, our ears to get the voice, and then all this will sometimes transmit into the brain and create emotional reaction, and then this reaction will be transmitted to the hypothalamus. Then hypothalamus will release all these hormones, very, very important hormones, and then because there is a very important glands inside here which connected directly to the hypothalamus. There is our pituitary gland. Okay, so this pituitary gland will get all the secretion of hormones from hypothalamus, and then it will further, okay, go according to the instruction from the hypothalamus, and then release these kind of hormones, like the human growth hormone, okay, all these different type of the thyroid stimulating hormones, which will stimulate the thyroid to be active in releasing those hormones like T3, T4. Okay, so this is how it works, or start from hypothalamus, and then we give instruction to pituitary gland. Pituitary gland further release all kinds of this hormone to instruct your thyroid, or your parathyroid, your adrenal, your ovaries. So communication will happen among all these gland and then the organs. Okay, like your ovary and your testicle. Okay, there are communication, and then this communication is done by all these hormones transmission. Okay, through your blood circulation. Okay, so as what we know, pituitary gland release this growth hormone, and then growth hormone is very, very important in the repair, restore, and then regenerating the cells inside the body. So normally it will release many types of growth hormone, and then normally it will goes to the liver there, and then liver will be activated to create all kinds of growth factor, and then all this growth factor will work hand in hand with our stem cells, so that to create new cells in the body. So the repairing, restore of cells will happen once your pituitary gland is releasing sufficient growth hormone to the body. So in view of that, when the release of growth, this pituitary gland hormones, if it's too little, then we might have problem in growing of cells in all parts of the body. So you see some people, even though they already grows up, maybe they are 20, 30 years old already, but they look like a kid only. Their hand, their legs, palms, their body is very short one. I'm sure you come across these type of people. These type of people, they are facing the problem of a lower growth hormone release in the pituitary gland also. However, some they might face the reverse condition. That is, they will because of the growth hormone is too much, they will grow abnormally. Especially the hand, the palm, leg, all those get very long, very big. Sometimes they will grow abnormal high, or even can reach up to 7 feet. And this will bring a lot of problem, and then the development of the organs inside the body sometimes will get into problem also. And these are the problem of releasing of human growth hormone, which is unbalanced inside the body. So sometimes you will find some ladies or even some men also, when they are in love, they will look more beautiful and more smarter. Why? Because when we are in love, normally the body's growth hormone will release in a higher dosage, and then this will lead to the release of estrogen inside the body, and then estrogen is an hormone which will make you look more beautiful, because it will increase the production and then the repair on the cells near the skin. Then it will improve your circulation to make you look brighter. And then you feel emotionally feel better. You are in good mood, and all this will make you to look more beautiful. This is because of the release of human growth hormone inside the body. So human growth hormone so far has been in the market for doing a lot of anti-aging function carry out. Okay, there are therapy on human growth hormone for I think it's more than 15 to 20 years already in the market. Okay, by taking human growth hormone to improve your vitality, your strength, okay, your beauty as well. Okay, because it can help the development of the growth of your hair, your skin, and the metabolic will be improved. So it's very good in slimming the body. Okay, making a higher metabolic in your fat cells, to make you more energetic, and then it will work together with the melatonin, okay, which secreted by your pineal gland to provide you to give you a better sleep. Okay, of course, this hormone are especially helping the body to what we call the forming or tone up of the muscle. So a lot of people who like to go for gym, okay, bodybuilding, okay, they sometimes they will go into this type of therapy or injecting the human growth hormone so as to uh, build up or to tone up the muscle in a very short period. Okay, it can be done. So and then it is playing a very important role in the sex drive of men and women also. Okay, not only men, women also. So the desire for sex will be higher if your HGH is a higher human growth hormone. So for people who get elder, sometimes the release of HGH will be lower. It will cause the desire for sex will be reduced. Okay, and then if you give enough human growth hormone inside the body, it will provide you with a strong renal function. Okay, your kidney will be stronger. Okay, and of course the sex performance will be improved. Okay, due to this, and then in terms of bone density, it will increase the formation of new bone to make you more powerful, and then more muscle and metabolic or in a faster rate of gaining. So from here you can see hypothalamus, okay, give all kinds of instruction to your pituitary gland. Pituitary gland release, okay, all the human growth hormone, especially to your liver. Liver will create all the growth factor, which will affect the growth of all kinds of cells inside the body. So this is very, very important in maintaining our health. And then normally it will work together with the stem cells inside the body. So the number 2 gland is called the pineal gland. Okay, the pineal gland is responsible to release many types of hormones also, but the most important one is the hormone called melatonin. Okay, and then this gland is considered mastering our biology clock. Okay, and then the melatonin hormone can delay aging, okay, enhance immune response, and strengthen the tolerance for pain. Okay, when we talk about enhanced immune response, because this is an organ, this is a gland which are sensitive to light. Okay, when it exposed to light, okay, it will slow down some of the process of the hormones like melatonin. When during night there is no light, the release of melatonin in the this pineal gland will get higher, and then it will help to relax the body. And then this is a very, very important hormone which control the way we sleep. Okay, the higher it circulate, okay, the easier we sleep, and then the deeper we sleep. Okay, so those are automatic function inside the body, like when the consistent working of certain habit built up inside the body are controlled and then influenced by this melatonin. So we call it our biologic clock. Okay, for example, like ladies, the menstrual cycle, okay, is affected by melatonin. And then the time you go to sleep and then the time you wake up are affected by this gland we call the pineal gland inside the body. Okay, so it plays a very important role in providing good quality sleep. By having a good quality sleep, as we know, okay, when we sleep deeper, okay, the creation of all this growth hormone in your pituitary gland will go up so the melatonin and then the pituitary gland and then the pineal gland and the pituitary, they will affect one another, okay, and then they work together, so it's to give a very good healing, okay, during a good night's sleep. Okay, so when we are in trouble in some chronic diseases, we want to repair our body, we must make sure we can sleep nicely, and then the release of this melatonin and then the growth hormone must be very high, okay, in the body, so that we can sleep deeper and then start repairing our body during the night. This is why very important for a person who like to recover from some illness. He or she have to sleep very well, so that all these hormones they can start working and then they can connect and then communicate with the whole body's organs to start the repairing system. Okay, so the third glands inside the body is the thyroid. Thyroid control the body's metabolic. Okay, and then the hormone that it releases we call the thyroxine. The thyroxine can adjust the heat or energy produced by the body and promote digestion and growth inside the body. Okay, so this is the third. Normally you will get instruction from your growth hormone and then your melatonin, then affect the release of this thyroid. Further release of the thyroid hormone like the T3, T4. Okay, so sometimes when you if you cannot sleep properly, okay, then the release of the growth hormone is too high, or it will affect the secretion of all the hormones inside the thyroid. Okay, and then the secretion of thyroid is too high. Okay, then you will go into the condition what we call the hyperthyroidism. You'll feel nervous, your heartbeat will goes up. Okay, you easily will get angry, and then sometimes you will be too sensitive. Okay, shaking hand, digestion maybe have some problem. Okay, of the release of all the stomach acid, and then you might face difficult in calming down your nervous system, or you face problem like insomnia, and then you will get weight loss in a very short period. These all the symptoms of hyperthyroidism. Okay, if what happened in the reverse, okay, if the thyroid cannot release sufficient thyroxine, okay, it will cause tiredness, metabolic to be very slow, and then you always want to sleep, cold feet in your hand, okay, feet palm, okay, and that is called hypothyroidism. Okay, and then sometimes it will go into a stage that affect the heart rate to be very slow, and then the response, okay, the reaction to become very slow as well, and sometimes the creation of heat inside the body will get low. You can't maintain your body temperature. You afraid of cold, and then sometimes even the reaction of the talking. Okay, okay, will be affected, and then the whole body reaction will be slow, and then you will get fat very easily. So this is called the hypothyroidism inside the body. So there are another glands in the thyroid gland there. Okay, we call the parathyroid. Okay, then it releases the parathyroid hormone, which are responsible to control the calcium content inside our blood. Okay, so if this hormone is not released properly, the calcium, the blood calcium, maybe higher or lower, and then it will cause a lot of problem. Okay, because sometimes we need to neutralize, to adjust the pH of the blood by releasing the ionic calcium from our bone to the blood. Okay, because ionic calcium is a very high alkaline. Okay, and then sometimes the release of all this calcium is too low inside the blood. It might cause osteoporosis, and then it might affect the function of the muscle, especially the contraction of the muscle. The power of the muscle will decline. Okay, because of the calcium absorption, then it's problematic. Okay, so because of the calcium is playing a very important role in the nerve system also. Your nervous system, your nerve, okay, need the calcium, magnesium, all these mineral to be the transmitter, okay, in the transmission of signal inside the nervous system. So the decrease or decline in all these minerals like calcium will affect greatly the nervous function inside the body. Okay, number 5, the thymus, the thymosin released by the thymus. So just now I already mentioned this is a very important gland for your immune system. Okay, so if your system function of the thymus glands are decreased, you will likely to get sick and catch a cold easily. Okay, so this a gland which you need to really protect it nicely, because it will shrink according to your age. Or when you get older, it will become smaller and smaller, and the function of it will get lower and lower, and then your immune system sometimes will cause some problem and lead to all this immune disorder problem. Okay, so number 6, the organs is called the adrenal. It releases the adrenaline hormone. The adrenal actually is on the top of our kidney, and then this is a very, very important hormone. We call it the stress hormones inside the body. It's very important, especially when we are facing an environment or situation which are life-threatening. Especially, for example, you are in danger. You need this adrenaline to help you, because the release of adrenaline, okay, will help the increase of the heart rate, okay, and then it will make the blood to pump faster in the body. Then the contraction, expansion of all the vessels, the blood vessel will be higher. Okay, and so that it will allow more blood to flow to your whole body, especially your muscle, and then more oxygen and nutrient will be delivered to all this tissue and cells to generate more energy, the ATP, so that your heat, your temperature will goes up. Okay, and then it will make you to become more alert and then more strengthful. Okay, to react and then adapt to the very dangerous environment. Okay, and then you will react very fast. Or maybe you want to avoid, you can run very fast, or to avoid from life-threatening risk. Okay, so adrenal release adrenaline, okay, which is helping the body to overcome all these dangers. Okay, but nowadays we are facing problem because of this hormone, because nowadays life is very tough, and then cari makan is very difficult. So all the times you are facing very high pressure, very high stress. Okay, and then automatically the adrenal glands will release a lot of adrenaline hormones to stimulate the body, and then to make the heart pumping faster and stronger, and then it eventually will cause high blood pressure, okay, inside the body. Okay, and then it will stimulate our sweat glands also, so that when the heat is coming up, okay, the generating of the all the energy or ATP in the body is in the sudden goes up, so your temperature will goes up also, and then once you are away from the danger, the body is slowly coming down, and then the heat of the body will be expelled, okay, or removed, okay, by going through the sweating process. Okay, so this is how the body works to release, okay, some of the side effect of the adrenaline actually by sweating more. Okay, all this hormone, the waste of the hormone can be expelled out from the body too, and then going through sweating. After that, you will be getting more relaxed, and then this is the way the body come back to a relaxed position, and not all the time in a very stressful or scary condition. And then adrenaline normally when the release is high, it will give a signal to the liver, okay, to instruct the liver to release the glycogen, okay, that is the stored sugar inside the liver, to release to your bloodstream, so that to provide material and ingredients to the cells to create extra heat required by the body when you are in danger. Okay, so this adrenaline, we call it the stress hormone also. Okay, so number 7 is the pancreas. It releases insulin, just I already mentioned. I won't go deeper because insulin is the hormone that control the glucose inside our blood, and then it will seriously affect the blood flow. Okay, the blood sugar is too high, or the blood flow will be very difficult, and then it affect the blood circulation system inside our body. And then insulin is very important. When it's too high, okay, then maybe you will face problem of too low this glucose level inside the blood there, and then you will feel very weak, or shivering, okay, maybe dizziness, and then you feel scary, okay, very difficult to calm down your emotions, okay, and then when the insulin is too high, you get fat very easily. Okay, that is what we call, even though you did eat much food, but only by drinking water, you will get fat. Water retention will easily forming inside the body too. Okay, and then even after you got through a slimming program, you get rebounds very fast. Okay, and then some people they might not increase in the weight, but the shape of the organs like your leg, okay, your arms or your waistline, okay, will become, okay, very big, very big, and then it won't look nice. You don't have a very attractive figure. Okay, these are all because of the secretion of the insulin is not balanced, and then it causes the formation of the fat, okay, inside the body, and then the tabulation of all these fats is not balanced inside the body. Okay, so lastly, there is the gonal glands inside the body. For women, we have ovaries, and then men, we have this testicle. Okay, so this all these gonal glands, they release many types of hormones. For female, okay, the ovaries will release on all these what we call hormone, the male hormone, female hormone. Okay, so we call the androgen, estrogen, and progesterone. Okay, so androgen is considered the male hormone. In male, the estrogen will be very high, okay, compared to estrogen. So all the while we thought only male got androgen, okay, and then female got estrogen. Estrogen is a hormone very high in ladies' body, okay, because these two hormones are the hormones which will build the secondary sex characteristic of the body. So in male, okay, we have a higher dosage of androgen, lower dosage of estrogen. But in ladies, we have higher higher estrogen but lower androgen. Okay, but all these hormones are both men and women or those will produce. Okay, so we must know that not only female not only got estrogen, they got androgen also. Okay, even there is another hormone which produced by the testicle, the female body will produce also, but very little quantity. Okay, so these are some of the hormones that produced by the woman's ovary, and then these hormones are related to the second posture, the second characteristic of sex characteristics of men and women. So if the ratio of this sex hormone is abnormal, women will become masculine and men will become feminine. Okay, so those aqua, they are very high in androgen, estrogen, low in androgen. Okay, so they will act like a woman. Okay, so androgens is very important because androgen is in charge in the process of all this what we call muscle energy. Okay, and then it influence the minds also. Okay, it gives for people creativity, sexual ability, physical strength, and is directly related to people's sexual desire. Okay, so that's why in both men and women will have androgen, or women need to have androgen because it will affect the desire for sex. Okay, the sex drive will be affected. So some women, when you look, they look very beautiful. When the woman become too beautiful, sometimes they are low too low in androgens, then their desire of sex will become very low. They don't like to have sex with so often. Okay, so you can see from here, testicles, adrenal gland, the ovaries, okay, will produce androgen. Okay, of course, the testicle will produce very high androgen, okay, compared to the ovaries. Okay, so the second type is called the estrogen. Estrogen is very important for lady. Okay, the secondary sex characteristics, especially for female. Okay, so in charge and then it will affect the growing of breast or wider hips, the puppy hair and the armpit hair. Okay, and then it regulate the menstrual cycle, also controlling the growth of the uterine lining during the first part of the period cycle. Okay, so very very important. Okay, of this estrogen, of course, in male. Okay, we have estrogen also. That's why it won't let the body to become too rough. Okay, too much of androgen, your hair, then all the this hair will grow very widely. Okay, uncontrollable. Sometimes too much of hair around the body. Okay, you can see some of the female, the ladies, when their androgen is high, they will have this kind of problem also, especially like those Indian girls. Sometimes they got missile also. Okay, and then the leg and the hand hair is very very long, very obvious also. Sometimes they have to shave also. Okay, like men. Okay. Okay. So another hormone which is very common and very important, that is the progesterone. Okay, and then this progesterone hormone is what we call is very important for pregnancy in a lady's body. Progesterone helps to regulate the period cycle, and the main job of the progesterone is to get your uterus ready for pregnancy. So every time after your ovulate each month, progesterone helps thicken the lining of the uterus to prepare for a fertilized egg, also to prepare for the growing and then the joining, after the joining of sperm and the eggs, and then it will stick on the wall of the uterus, and then it needs a proper lining there, and then progesterone is the main hormone, okay, which form the lining. Okay, so we can say estrogen and progesterone are hormones that are important for sexual and reproductive development in women. Okay, they help to regulate a woman's menstrual cycle and play an important role in pregnancy. Okay, so remember, very important in pregnancy. And then another very important hormone, okay, which is high in men. Okay, is a type of this androgen also. Okay, we call the testosterone. Okay, which produce very high quantity by the testicles. Of course, it will release by the ovaries and the adrenal glands also, because in the female body contain testosterone also. Okay, and then it is a sex hormone. Okay, and then it combine with estrogen, the female sex hormone. Then testosterone helps with the growth, maintenance, and repair of women's reproductive tissue. And then it affects a lot on the bone mass and the human behavior. So it affects the mood swing also, okay, inside the body. Okay, so you see how most of the hormone of this will affect the brain, okay, and then the mood one. Okay, so when some people, when they are in imbalance of hormone, they will get angry easily. Okay, so this is the miracle power of hormones. When your hormones is in a very balanced condition, okay, the release of all the hormones is in a proper ratio, then no matter how you are man or woman, you will have more energy, vigor, and vitality. So more women will become a more natural, charm, and beautiful, and the man becomes more strong, determined, and powerful. Okay, this is all the result of a balanced hormone inside the body. So, in order to avoid from having a serious imbalance hormone inside the body and cause a lot of illness, okay, in the body, we need to learn how to diagnose or in the early stage if you have hormonal imbalance in the body. Okay, so these are the few symptoms, okay, which you have to look into it. If you have more than 3 of all these symptoms, maybe you're already in the imbalanced hormone condition. Okay, so from here you can see normally how you feel tiredness and fatigue all the time if your hormone is not in very good releasing balance, especially like what we call those testosterone, okay, your androgen, okay, which will give a lot of influence on the creation of power, heat, energy, forming of muscle. All this. If it's not released properly, then you feel tiredness and fatigue. Then sudden weight loss, okay, within a very short period, okay, because of the like the thyroid gland, okay, which will speed up the metabolic of the body. Then you cannot sleep nicely, or you have insomnia. Then this will cause a weight loss in a very short period. Okay, and then maybe erectile malfunction, dysfunction. That's related to sexual performance or your menstrual irregulation, and then insomnia, reflection, and then reaction of the mind, brain, then low sex drive, growing of pimples or acne, and then depression, okay, fluctuation in your mood swing, okay, of your hormones. Maybe you might face problem like the loss of muscle in the body, like for example those having diabetic, okay, the loss of muscle proteins will be very high inside the body that will cause later on all kinds of illness will come out. Okay, so in order to maintain the smooth functioning of the endocrine system, these are basic elements which we need to maintain. Okay, so from here you can see the first one, of course, you need to have a very healthy glands, because all the hormones are released by the glands. So the cells of the glands must be in a condition which are full of energy, and then the function of the cells of the gland can be performed, carried out in a proper manner. So this is important, especially for those elderly people. Normally they have a weak glands, whereby the cells in the gland they are not functioning properly. They are weak, or they are lack of all this energy or ATP to carry out the necessary function of the cells in the individual or respective organs inside. Okay, so number 2, of course, we must make sure to provide the body the full nutrients which the body needs, especially to build different types of hormone. Okay, hormone especially commonly they need fatty acid and then cholesterol in the forming of all the hormones. Okay, so some people they when they are scared of high cholesterol, then they trying too much too extreme way of eliminating the high cholesterol, and finally they will go into the problem of forming of hormones inside the body, because the fatty acid and the what we call the cholesterol is the main ingredient, okay, in the production of all the hormones inside the body. Okay, so thirdly, we can see in order to the damage brought by the free radical inside the body. Okay, we recommend, okay, we must provide antioxidant substance in a very high dosage to the whole body, especially to protect, okay, all this gland from the attack of all the free radical. Okay, stable your nervous system is very important also. That's why we need to have good sleep quality, because good sleep quality will promote a better, stable, okay, nervous system. Because all those signal and transmission of information to the sensory organs like your eyes, nose, ears, okay, your skin, okay, to the brain are carried out by all this nervous system, and then the brain will affect the performance, the function of the hypothalamus, and then it will directly influence, okay, the function of the pituitary glands and all others secretion inside the body. Okay, so having good sleep, good quality, okay, by improving, okay, just now we mentioned the melatonin, okay, the pineal gland, it will give you a better and deeper sleep, so that during the sleep, all your pituitary gland will release all kinds of growth hormone, and then to the liver there, then it will instruct the liver to release all kinds of growth factor, which will work hand in hand with the stem cells inside the body to create okay, new cells or generating new cells, and this is the way the metabolic of the system of the body can be in optimum level. And then of course all the secretion of all kinds of hormones have to rely, and then with the help of a strong, smooth blood circulation, only then all the hormones can be delivered and distributed to other parts of the body, like the organs, okay, and then reaction and can be carried out in a very speedy time, okay, and then it will give a very good response to the brain to further instruct the body what to do inside the body. Okay, so the last one is to maintain a good emotional management. Okay, beside all these nutrients that we have, okay, a good sleep, proper exercise, circulation, we need good mood also. Okay, so we have to be more positive, okay, and then sometimes we need some exercise to make us to be more positive, and then to release some good hormone inside the brain there, okay, like dopamine, all this will relax and make you feel better and make you to be more positive. All these hormones need to be released by your brain, for example, like your serotonin, which will affect those people who are having depression because lack of serotonin inside the brain there. Okay, so good emotional management is very important. So in order to fulfill, okay, all these good brain, okay, good sleep, we mentors, okay, we recommend the use of the youth restoration package to achieve, okay, the purpose of all the requirements that I mentioned earlier. Okay, so by the combination of these three products, okay, in one, we should be able okay, to give a full adjustment, and then very strong, okay, effect on providing the body to gain back all these fundamental requirement that we need so that the function of the endocrine system can be carried out smoothly. Okay, so we combine these two. So okay, so the basic on the function of each glands, and then when a brief understanding on the lack of some of the hormones, because side effect inside the body and cause illness, okay, in the body also. Okay, sometimes you bring a lot of chronic diseases, and even some disorder inside the body, like the immune disorder or this. Okay, so we need to do something in combination, so that it will give the best effect to the whole system. So I will roughly give explanation on especially the M laser and the CV8 to let you to have a short and brief, okay, understanding of this, especially these two drugs, and how it works to help to achieve, okay, the requirement just now I mentioned. Okay, so what is IM laser? IM laser is basically a 3-in-1 integrative medical device, or it combines low-level laser therapy. Okay, I will explain later on what therapy is it, or this belongs. And then it combines the Chinese acupuncture meridian therapy, which we have a line from the device, which will act as a needle, a light needle, to carry out the acupuncture point theory. Okay, and then last is a magnetic therapy also. And then of course, by applying this all this therapy, okay, we are actually combine many types of theory together to help the body to do the transform, and then to activating lots of activity inside the body. Okay, first of all, okay, the theory of a cell, okay, and then theory of a photon, the light quantum, and then the chi energy, okay, the Chinese traditional meridian theory, and then apply the laser theory also, okay, the use of laser combined together, and then this make up the use of IM laser. Okay, so IM laser widely used in NASA, in the Olympic Council by all the athletes, and it is FDA approved, okay, and then IEC approved and certified as Type 3B medical device. Okay, or IEC is called 3R medical device, which comply with the World Medical Device Regulation, and then the use of low-level laser therapy benefiting human health and life without causing any side effects. So besides these two very important recognition, we have many serum like Euro, standard, ISO, all those. These are all the recognition from international body, okay, which just to make sure the use of it is safe, and you don't have to worry about the safetiness, and then the quality assure, okay, because all the ISO 13485 is the quality assurance, and then it's already in the study for almost 50 years. Okay, and then these are the logos of all the university that carry out study on this this low-level laser light therapy. Okay, like Oxford, okay, many others other institute, okay, university or in the world, they have carried out. So you can easily have a lot of medical journal, okay, and then a lot of report by going through a search or in Google, or you just type LLLT, low level laser therapy, you get a lot of information. The search or the link will be 100 millions in the internet. You can go and study, especially for those medical journal, okay, medical report on the study of low-level laser therapy carried out by all these university and medical center. Okay, so laser is actually using the light therapy. Okay, there's the light we call the light of life, which contain in the spectrum of the sunlight. Okay, a foreseeable visible red light with 650 nanometer smaller scale of high energy. And then we use the technology of laser, and then we penetrate this light through the wrist, then through the nose. Okay, then it goes into go through the body, then reach the red blood cell, and then it will absorb the red blood cell, and then further transform, and then deliver and distributed to the cells of the whole body. And this is how it works. So inside the visible red light there is an ingredient, the substance. We call it photon. This is the photon which attach to the red blood cell and deliver to all the cells. And then you will give a very, very strong effect to the body. Okay? So when we talk about meridian, we are applying the principle of pain when the meridian is not working smoothly, and then easy access to opens up, and then the pathway of 361 acupuncture points and meridians of the human body. Okay, so on the wrist there, in the middle, there is a light, okay, a laser head, especially light stimulating the Neiguan meridian point, which are related to the heart meridian system in the body, and from there it will deliver, give a very strong impact of energy, okay, which are something like the chi inside the body. Okay, so it will help to strengthen and then to give a very strong push, okay, to opens up the flow of the chi inside the body, and then slowly it will opens up all the 14 meridian system. Okay, meridian system inside the body by opens up all the connection of 361 acupuncture point inside the body. Okay, so when it all this pathway is opens up, can get through easily, the flow of chi will help the flow of blood circulation, and when go through, then the pain will go away. And this is the theory of Chinese traditional, okay, working of chi and meridian system. Okay, so magnetic therapy, okay, in the eye laser, even if you lean on the eye laser also, you can check it out. It provides instant magnetic, okay, which will give a very strong magnetic field to influence, to strengthen the magnetic field in the body, and especially to reorganize, okay, the magnetic field of all the white red blood cells, and then eventually it helps to strengthen the charge, okay, of the red blood cell, so that the red blood cell will improve in the viscosity of the blood. It won't attach together so easily. Then it helps improve blood circulation. Okay, and all the while, it has been in the market for many years, and then a lot of study have been carried out on magnetic therapy, especially Oriental or Chinese and Japanese, doing a lot of research on this, and these are the books written by them. So far, it's confirmed and recognized by the whole world that magnetic therapy will give a very good result. It boosts up the blood circulation and then reduce inflammation and pain, okay, on all the joint, bone, etc. Okay, so the light, when it goes in, all these few steps will happen inside the body, and this is the result that it brings. So the photon, when you go into the bloodstream, first of all, it will help to activate the enzyme in the bloodstream here, which will eventually help to cleanse all the blood cells. Okay, so to make the blood cells to be more stronger in the electron effect, so that it won't join together and then it can flow nicely. Okay, so this will cleanse the blood cells and then make the blood to run smoothly. And then, of course, this will help the transport and then distribution of oxygen and nutrient to be in a better speed to be delivered to the cells of the whole body. And then when all these photon reach the cells inside our body, it will activating the enzyme in the mitochondria, which are responsible to provide or to create energy for the cells. So when the light when the photon reach the mitochondria, it will activate the enzymes cytochrome oxidase of mitochondria. Then mitochondria will use all the nutrient that we supply, and then the oxygen, water, generate it, convert it into energy, in the form of ATP. So the higher the energy it produces, the better, the stronger the cells will be, because it's a very, very important things, to help keep the strength and then the function of the cells to work nicely or properly inside the cells. Okay, so by giving more ATP creating inside the cells, finally all these cells will be activated, and then the cells function, the metabolic will be better, or release of toxin from the cells will be higher. That's why we need more water during this period, because of the metabolic inside the cells. So all the organs are formed by all kinds different types of cells in different ways. So the increase of ATP in all these cells will definitely improve the function of all the organs. So all the organs will work together nicely with the help of all the nervous system. Then eventually all the system inside the body will work nicely, like your digestion system, your endocrine system. Just now I mentioned earlier why we want to use ion laser, because ion laser will have a very strong effect in helping the nervous system, the endocrine system to work in a proper way, and then it promotes the blood circulation system, which are one of the basic requirements to make sure the endocrine system in the body can function nicely. By having a harmony, proper run various body system, then of course the activity of human will be in a very optimum stage. Then we will feel more energetic, vitality will be better. So this is the basic on laser. By using the light, created by the high technology laser, penetrating into the body, okay, this 650 nanometer light, okay, carrying, okay, the photon, go into the blood and then cleanse the blood and then go into the cells and then reacting the mitochondria or the enzyme activity, so make the mitochondria to produce energy or ATP, and then at the same time this process we call the vital biostimulation, very important, okay, in the study of human health, okay, how to maintain it. Nowadays a lot of emphasis are given on this process, the photobiostimulation process, and during this process nitric oxide will be produced also, and then ROS, all these are very good transmitting agent which will help the transmission of all the inroad, okay, and then the nervous system can be improved, okay, to work better. And then nitric oxide is also a very strong antioxidant property which will help, especially cleansing the blood and then strengthen the elasticity of the blood vessel, okay, and then help a lot in the improvement of the blood circulation. Okay, so overall, the energy for quality life, cell restoration, repair, and then regeneration can be achieved by using IM laser, and the light also, okay, will actually give a very good effect on induce the activation of all the enzyme activity and the stem cell activity inside the body. Okay, so IM laser is in general giving a full, okay, restoration of our body, okay, from the very small cells, okay, purification to our improvement in the absorption of all the digestive system, repair all the cells, restore the cells, and then regenerate new cells by working with the help of our growth hormone and the stem cells in the body. So new cell will be provided. Okay, so eventually all the organs will be repaired and restored, and the coordination among all these will be better, and all the system inside the body, especially the nervous system and the endocrine system, can work better, provide better sleep. Okay, our self-healing can be carried out in the night in a better manner, and then all the nutrients that we supply during this process can be used in the restoration and the repair of the whole body. So after a period of time, the whole system will be in a balanced and harmonized process, and then this will give all the cells become more energetic, then vitality and strong immunity. Okay, so this is what happened by using the IM laser. Okay, so by using IM laser, we know that not only our endocrine system can be improved, it can improve the whole body's minimum the egg system inside the body, and eventually it can help almost 80 types of health issue. Okay, so beside the use of IM laser, we combine CBA. Then CBA is a product which is the end product produced by the Cell Vitality and Molecular Genetic Research Institute, the CVMGR Institute, which formed with the cooperation in between China Academy of Science, Wentros, Plantel Korean Institute, okay, and then the Sydney University, okay, Sydney University. So these four different organizations, they formed the research institute, and then they have created, okay, this CVA, the cell vitality. So in between there is a very, very advanced technology. We have combine and use, or in the creation of this product, there is the technology given and then provided by this Plantel, okay, which have already having almost 64 patent registered, and then another 22 in the way of registering and waiting for approval. So all in, there will be 86 patent registered on the technique, and then the patents are created by this Plantel. Okay, why it's so important to mention so much? Because of this wild ginseng, okay, that is used in the CV8. Because we know that wild ginseng is very, very expensive, and it's very hard to afford to consume in the long term, because a very good quality, high OH wild ginseng is very difficult to get, and then it is costly. It will go above few $100,000 for a quality and OH ginseng. So if you want to eat this ginseng, you have to be very, very rich, and then even sometimes you got money also you can't buy, because the volume is very, very limited in the whole world. Okay, so all the while we even know the content or the the property, normally we call the ginseng oxide. Okay, in the wild ginseng is very, very useful in regenerating our cells, repair, and then give very strong effect in reversing aging. But we can't easily get the ingredient of this because it's too costly. Okay, but with the invention of Plantel, nowadays we are able to use the ingredient easily, because of the technique they have developed, okay, to actually filter out the stem cells of wild ginseng, and then use the stem cells to further do it, okay, and then further what we call the making it to produce the phytochemical of the wild ginseng, and then finally it can be developed in a very safe manner in a mass production. So you can see from here, this is the Plantel in Korea, and then now they actually form a very big plant in China also, the plant bank, which will store all the these stem cells of all kinds of plants, which are very difficult to get, which are very very high price. Okay, it's like this wild ginseng. Okay, so by going through a technique which we call the CMC, okay, they are able now to directly filter out the stem cells from the wild ginseng without the live, okay, plant these stem cells from the wild ginseng, and then further, okay, use in the process of developing all the ginseng oxide, which only contain in all these very old wild ginseng. Okay, there are rare ginseng oxide inside, and then they produce in a very, very mass scale. Okay, so we can preserve and then stable and consistently in a mass production, high content of all these phytochemicals and ginseng oxide. Okay, so this is the new production system implemented by Plantel, and almost 86 patent has been registered, and then now finally we are able to produce like 1 tank of this. Okay, the content of the wild ginseng, okay, all the ginseng rare ginseng oxide, okay, all the phytochemicals which are very rare, and then it contains only in those very old age wild ginseng, is equivalent to 75,000 unit of this bowel ginseng. One tank equal to 75,000. Okay, so we can say that from one the stem cells of bowel ginseng, it can produce 75,000 pieces which contain infinity units of ginseng leucide in the phytochemical inside. Okay, that's why CVA, we put there the cell vitality infinity. Okay, because not only you produce in the mass production, or the stem cell actually in the plant there, the life of the stem cell if is active and is a life property, it is can be duplicate and then forever. That's why you see those plants they can live for up to many 100 years and then even some 1,000 years. That is the reason because of all these stem cells contained inside. And then these are the rare ginseng leucide provided by the CMC, the ingredient. And then you can see from here RG1, RG2, RK, something like this. There are many types, and majority of it having the power of regenerating the liver cells, and then very strong the power of depressing the growth of cancer cells, and then the ability to cut off the blood supply of a nutrient to the cancer cells, so that it will eventually kill the cancer cells. And then it gives a very strong effect on our immune system also. So beside the high technology produce all these ginseng leucide, the phytochemical of the stem cells of bowel ginseng, we add in these three very important ingredients also: the cipaton, the king of dessert, the aronia berry, the king of berry, and then the promogin, the fruit, which is the king of the fruits. These trees all contain very high antioxidant property, which when it combines will help to preserve the very important site against all the free radical attack. So it would be safely avoid the oxidation process to happen, which will sometimes will make some living property to be inactive. So the use of cipaton, the main purpose is to help to preserve all the important ginseng leucide and then the phytochemical that are derived from these stem cells of bowel ginseng. And then beside that, some of the essential amino acid, not some, almost all the essential amino acid that the body needs, and then all the essential saturated, unsaturated fatty acid are derived from cipaton, because some of the vitamin minerals they have to combine with certain fats to enable it to be absorbed more effectively by the body. So that's why the cipaton has been introduced in it. And then cipaton will give you 190 over types of antioxidant property. And then a lot of all kinds of vitamin A, C, E, and then all kinds of minerals also. And then it contain beta carotene, all the OPC, melanin, and then all the property which are having very strong antioxidant effect. So Sepatan alone, okay, can be used in the fighting against aging, okay, to improve our immune system, protect, okay, especially our heart, and then improve our nervous system, and then especially our all the endocrine system can be improved because it provides very good fatty acid in the body, and then it helps to reduce glucose and make use of the what we call the okay, the fats inside the body, and it will stimulate and then give a very good effect on the activation of the function of all the stem cell inside the body also. So Aronia will give all the OPC which considered the highest among all the berries, which are strong anti-property and give a very good protect on our, especially the circulating system, and then our lung system, respiratory system, digestive system, and then it can help a lot in the injury of the stomach. Okay, protect the heart, the immune, okay, and the DNA, okay, repair in the cells, okay, protect the liver, okay, from all the chemical attack, and then overall improve of our health. Then finally, the king of the fruits, okay, it contains very high antioxidant and vitamin and minerals also. Okay, it's very good property to fight against anti-aging, reduce this inflammation on the joint, and then protect our heart. So from here you will see all these are having a very, very strong effect on antioxidant and improving the heart, the circulation system, and then improving the digestive system, reducing the cholesterol, okay, improving the heart activity, and then the liver activity. So it gives a very good effect on this anti-aging. Okay, finally, if you want to further apply serums from the outside, the CMC, okay, actually is made from this ginseng lozide, the CMC technique also. So it contains a very high dosage of this ginseng lozide, this concentrated liquid of the stem cell of the wild ginseng. Okay, and then it combines, of course, some other amino acid, okay, to help actually nourish the skin, okay, to apply from outside. Okay, just now I mentioned both the CVA and then the laser. They are working from inside. This is working from outside. Okay, especially the skin part. So nourish the skin. Okay, whitening of the skin, eliminate fine lines on the skin there. Okay, ruddy complexion. Okay, and then make you look more bright, brighten, beauty moisturizer, and tender and firming on the face. So eventually, after using the combination of these, you will regain your external beauty, okay, and you will look 10 or 20 years younger, okay, after a certain period of use of this. So the combination of the three will eventually change the whole system, okay, change the condition of and the power of the whole system, and then we say it actually repair, improve, and then activating the whole body cells and give power to our inner doctor, okay, which will strengthen the inner healing power of our body, which will automatically reverse our aging and then our inner health in terms of reversing the function of all the organs, and then the balancing of all the what we call the reversing of all the aging, and then all the organs function to be in a healthier or more younger stage of process, so that we can find back the age and then the strength, the vitality, the activeness, that we are supposed to have, the metabolism, and then the power of for example, like the sex drive, the performance of your sex performance, the increase of, then all the activity inside the body can be restored and to reactivated in a condition, in line to regain back maybe 10 or 20 years to make you younger. Is no longer a dream. What we saying that. So in the overall, we can see that it brings this overall performance, powerful purification of your blood, promote or your bone marrow hematopoietic function. There is the production of your red blood cell, your white blood cell. So this is very important, because if you want to look stronger, younger, without having sufficient blood, it's very difficult to achieve. And then the white blood cell is a major function in the immune system. Without having a strong team of immune cells, you are not able to give a good fight to all the virus and bacteria that attack you. So it boosts immune function, super antioxidant, protect cells, repair cells, and strengthen the cell's function. So you can see the combination of all of the nitric oxide, and then all the ginseng oxide, and then the OPC contain all the antioxidant properties contained in all the ingredients there. They give a very, very strong super antioxidant effect. So and then eventually it will promote and then cleanse the blood. Promote blood circulation, strengthen oxygen and nutrient supply, boost energy and vitality, boost your cell energy, improve major organ function, and balance the system operation, stabilize the balance of the nervous system and the endocrine system, promote good sleep, and improve cell repair ability. So at the end, whitening and spot removal, fat reduction, and slimming beauty effect. So this is the miracle power effect on using the youth restoration package, which we strongly recommend. The Ventress Healing Ministry strongly recommend this package, and hopefully after a bit of using, you will gain back all the the beauty that you're supposed to enjoy, and then your power, and then the hormones, which will bring more relaxed, calm of your minds, and create a better immune system to protect you against all kinds of illness, prevent from all kinds of cancers, which nowadays really threatening the life of a lot of people, or especially like those had this what we call vascular disease, the blood, all the blood vessels disease of the heart, okay, stroke, or this kind of diseases. Okay, by reversing, by using IM laser, CVA should be able to give you a very strong restoration on all the cells or inside your body, okay, so that you can give a good fight against all kinds, and then repair inside the bodies can be carried out nicely, and then regain all the function of the cells or inside the body, then reverse, okay, of age is no longer dreams anymore. So you can finally, after using 3 or maybe 6 months, you will see very, very good effect. And then so far, I've seen a lot of people, they have started using for maybe 1 or 2 months. There are good testimony coming up already in terms of improving the problem of the skins, and then on the texture, fine line, okay, wrinkle, and then some of the stamina improvement, okay, and then some they say that they have improvement on the sex drive, sex performance too. Okay, hopefully by consistently using the help of IM laser and CPA, eventually will give you a younger, healthier, and look prettier, okay, life in the short coming future. Okay, thank you. This are all my sharing. Okay, so I leave the time on